Hello friends, today we will see the next lesson, that is valuable plants and trees. Plants and tree. We find different types of plants and trees around us. They are different in size, shape and color, which add the beauty of that place. Plants provide us shade, fresh air, and various other useful products. When we go to a park, we feel fresh. The reason is because of the trees and the plants around us. We can see different colorful flowers around us in the park, which adds the beauty to that place. These are also the natural habitats of many birds and insects like honeybees, butterflies, different types of birds are there, which stays in these trees, because of which we feel fresh when we visit the vegetation like parks, gardens, and etc. Plants are the valuable natural resources because these are the primary food producers and form an important part in the food chain, because every food chain starts from the plant. Trees take in carbon dioxide from the atmosphere during the photosynthesis and release oxygen, which is very important for human beings for their survival, as human beings require oxygen to survive, and he releases the carbon dioxide. If the trees were not there, there would be no oxygen and there would be no balance in the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So trees are useful in many ways for human beings as well as many animals and birds with small insects. Now, whether all the plants are of same type in the atmosphere? No, there are different types of trees depending upon their nature and the place they grow. The trees are divided in different types. One is flowering tree, one is common trees, coniferous trees, and deciduous trees. Flowering trees are like cherry, muskogee. Common trees are tamarind, guava, peepal, banyan. Why do we call these as common trees? Because we can find these trees in all the atmosphere, everywhere. Coniferous tree, fir, pine, spruce, deciduous trees, oak, maple, wood, apple. Now, how are these trees useful for us? Trees provide habitat to a large number of animals, birds, and insects, as I've told you. Habitat. Habitat is a natural place where one lives. Like we see, trees are the place where these birds build their nest. Many animals stay on the trees, so it becomes an habitat for these animals and birds. Trees provide trees provide useful products such as gum, paper, timber, and medicines. Means from tree we get the useful products such as gum, paper, timber, and medicines. This is about the trees which are surviving or which are alive. The dead plants also help us. How do these dead plants are useful for us? Dead plants decompose and form manure. Manure is a material which provide the nutrition for the soil which can be absorbed by the plants, other plants. Transpiration. At the time of photosynthesis means at the time of making food by the plant releases the water vapor in it. The excess water is removed from the plant, which increases the humidity of a place and as a result in rainfall. So it is said to plant more and more trees to balance the atmosphere. Roots of trees help to hold the soil firmly. In its place and prevent soil erosion and landslides. If the trees are grown, the roots of the trees hold the soil, which results in holding the soil of that particular area whenever there is a heavy rainfall, due to which it prevents the soil erosion. Soil erosion is flowing of soil from that area. Fossil fuels such as coal and petroleum are obtained from the dead remains of plants and animals that were buried under the earth's crust millions of years ago. It means millions of years ago, the trees which were buried, the dead trees which were buried in the soil, they became fossil fuel. Means again they are useful for human beings. Fossil fuels are the natural fuel which we use from the earth's crust, like petrol, diesel, kerosene. These are fossil fuel. It is also said we should use the fossil fuel in a limited amount as it is going to finish. It is the storage of fossil fuel under the soil, under the ground is limited. Deforestation. Deforestation means cutting down of trees. The process of cutting down of trees is called deforestation. Due to increase in the human vegetation, or as the population increased, to fulfill the needs of human being, the trees are being cut down on a large scale. What are the needs for agriculture to provide the food for the building of houses, constructing roads, railways, dams, etc. Forests are being cut down to get lands for all these purposes. Wood is one of the main resources for which trees are felled in villages. It is used as a fuel. Other animals like cattle, goats, and left sheep are left to graze on such patches of land, causing deforestation. If the animal graze on a particular land for more time, they remove the roots of the grasses, which again increases the soil erosion. How it increases soil erosion? Once the grass is removed totally, the soil is exposed to the atmosphere, due to which it can be fallen away with the rainwater or the wind. What are the effects of deforestation? Deforestation effects are for long time, which affects for the environment. Now, when a tree are cut down, there will be no roots to bind the soil. It will be washed away by winds or flowing water, and the earth will be barren. No crops can be grown without soil. So, soil is very important. But soil requires thousands of years to form a layer. So, we need to take care of that soil erosion. Trees provide oxygen to us. In the absence of trees, the amount of carbon dioxide in the air will increase. Animals and human beings will have difficulty in breathing. Birds and animals will lose their habitat due to deforestation. The atmosphere will become dry with less rainfall. Trees bind the soil as well as absorb rainwater that falls on the earth. Excess cutting of tree will lead natural calamities like landslides and floods. These and many other effects of deforestation which will directly or indirectly affect the human life. So try to we need to reduce the cutting down of trees.